Chapter 14. Family Life in Denmark.
There are many types of families in Denmark. Many people live together as father, mother and children. There are also many divorcees who live alone and who have joint custody of children from previous marriages. Homosexuals often live together as well, 2 men or 2 women. And then there are step families where the spouses have children from previous marriages, and sometimes they also have children together. We're an example of a step family. My husband and I have 4 children altogether. I have Sille, who is 17, from a previous relationship.
I have 2 children, Leah, who is 19, and Caroline, who is 16. Leah has moved out now.
And then we have Selma, who's our mutual child, and she's 5.
As a point of departure, in Denmark, spouses have joint custody of their children, and the children have the right to be with both parents. Many people live alone in Denmark. There are youngsters who move away from home. There are unmarried people and divorcees. And then there are the elderly whose spouses have passed away. Children, parents and grandparents do not normally live together under one roof in Denmark. When you are old and become ill or very weak, you are offered a place in a nursing home. But the majority of elderly people live in their own homes. They can get help from the municipality to do the cleaning, shopping and cooking, and to take care of their personal hygiene. On average, women in Denmark have 2 children. As a rule, women return to the labor market after they have children. Both men and women can take parental leave when they have had a child. Compared to other countries, Danes start relatively late as far as marriage and having children are concerned. Many men and women wait to get married and have children until they are finished with their education. On average, women have their first child when they are 29 years old. And the majority of them do not get married until they are in their 30s.
There's a relaxed attitude towards sex and sexuality in Denmark. Sex outside of marriage is not illegal, but if your spouse is unfaithful, you can apply for an immediate divorce.
The attitude is very liberal and broad-minded here, compared to Norway, where I come from. It's nearly taboo to talk about anything regarding sex. There's no openness about it like there is in Denmark, I think.
The age of consent is 15. This means that it is illegal to have sex with boys and girls before they reach the age of 15. When they're young, it's normal for both men and women to have a number of different boyfriends or girlfriends. It is also legal to be homosexual. 2 men or 2 women can enter into a registered partnership with each other. It's almost the same as a marriage.
Til nytårsfesten? Ja, selvfølgelig. Klart.
Voluntary abortion is legal in Denmark, and it is the woman alone who decides whether or not to terminate her pregnancy.
Youngsters reach the age of majority when they turn 18. This means that when they are 18, they are independent of their parents. They can vote, get married, get a driver's license, and borrow money from the bank. It is normal for youngsters to leave home when they're around 18. Many youngsters move into their own homes or share a home with their peers.
To me, leaving home is an important chapter in my life because it gives me so many opportunities to do the things I want to do. I can get up when I want to, I can go to bed when I want to, I can eat what I want to. But on the other hand, it's also a little sad that my parents aren't right here when I need them, if I'm having a hard time at school, if I'm not feeling too well.
Legally, parents are not allowed to hit their children. And in the schools, teachers are not allowed to hit pupils. Parents must ensure that their children thrive and have a safe and secure environment to grow up in. This is the responsibility of the parents. If a child is exposed to abuse or is seriously neglected by the parents in any other way, the authorities can decide to remove the child from the home and put him or her in foster care or another safe alternative.
Most children go to a nursery or kindergarten. Childcare centres are an important part of a child's life in Denmark. When children are 6 to 7 years old, they begin attending school. The first 10 years of education are compulsory, and primary and lower secondary schools, folkeskole, are free.
Prøv at undersøge på de sidste der, om de duer eller ej.
In primary and lower secondary schools, girls and boys attend the same classes, and they're taught by both male and female teachers. The children are taught many subjects. The teachers use a great deal of time getting the pupils to work together and to make them independent and to think critically. The pupils learn to discuss, with the teacher too. The task of primary and lower secondary schools is also to prepare the pupils to participate actively in society. In primary and lower secondary school, it's really important that children learn a great deal, that they become academically skilled and equipped to manage either continued studies or life in general. We also place importance on teaching them to question what they encounter, to think independently, and to relate critically to what they run into in their surroundings. Pupils are also taught cooking skills, artistic subjects and woodwork, just as they're taught about health, physical education and sexual education. At all schools, trips and excursions are part of the tuition. I think you're much more able to talk and ask about the things the children experience. It's no problem to call a teacher or visit the school, to tell the teachers that you're worried about something or other. Schools place importance on cooperating closely with pupils and their parents. Every year, parents attend a parent-teacher consultation at the school with the children's teachers, and it's normal for parents to contact the child's teacher if they have questions about how the child is coping.
The schools like active parents who participate in what's happening at the school and with their children. Every school has a democratically elected school board where parents participate in the school's decisions. After 10 years of primary and lower secondary education, most children choose to continue in the education system.